Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Trump winning the 2024 presidential election. Even though it isn't officially called at time of recording, barring some incredibly unlikely and unforeseen event, Trump will win the 2024 election and be sworn in as our next president. Go ahead and take a moment with that. Okay. So we've had bad presidents before, we'll have bad presidents after. I know there's going to be a lot of doom and gloom, but I refuse to believe this is the end of the American experiment. Yes, we're in for a couple of bumpy years, but this isn't the time to throw up your hands. It's the time to lead ourselves and build our communities. The reality is that beyond the presidency, the Republican Party has also gained the majority in the Senate, and very well may have gained the majority in the House. That hasn't been called at time of recording. All of that, combined with a sympathetic Supreme Court, means we're likely in for at least 2 years of basically unchecked MAGA, unless Democrats pull it out in the House. The messages and comments that have come in since that became apparent have been filled with anxiety. A lot of that is based on Trump's rhetoric. But remember, Trump doesn't feel obligated to actually move to implement a lot of his own rhetoric and promises. Over the next few days, we're going to talk about different aspects of Trump's rhetoric and campaign promises. We'll talk about what he's likely to actually do, what was probably just rhetoric to energize his base, and what the effects of the policies he's likely to actually try to push will be, and what we as Americans can do to be ready for the effects of those policies. Because there are going to be major shifts in U.S. policies, both domestically and overseas. It will be disruptive to the norms. From the economy to foreign policy, to environmental concerns, to social programs, to regulatory systems within government, to perceived cultural norms, there are likely to be massive shifts. We'll discuss them individually. To be ready to deal with effects, we have to start to separate the rhetoric from the reality. I know there's a lot of worry and anxiety. I'm not even saying it isn't well-founded. But panic creates the inability to effect self-help. We have to acknowledge what's happening, and then we have to come together and start to figure out where we go from here and how we take care of our neighbors and our country as we enter a period that is likely to be full of a lot of upheaval. If we want a better world, if we want a world where everybody gets a fair shake, we're going to have to build it. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.